Hello gamers and welcome back to the channel. As you may know, we have completed the story playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. In our last episode we took on the last boss and that was the finale. So pretty much now we're just here to conclude and review our experience. So pretty much Final Fantasy XVI is a completely different experience to the classic uh, classic Final Fantasies. Is not turn-based. It's more of a uh, hack and slash Devil May Cry feel, which isn't a bad thing. But if you're after that traditional Final Fantasy feel with turn-based, well, this is not it. But it still has the old elements there, such as the enemies. Even though it doesn't have its game uh, turn-based gameplay, it still has its elements. It still has some part of its soul there, but not 100%. But yeah, it's a whole different experience. It's more cinematic. You can say it's a cinematic gameplay. I know some people will argue it's kind of a bad thing because you're pretty much just in a feel like you're just watching a movie rather than playing the game, but it's a whole different element. I know some people won't like it, but yeah, I haven't been back in Final Fantasy since uh, Final Fantasy X. Maybe the last time I played was maybe Final Fantasy 13, and yeah, that kind of I just didn't quite finish that, and that was the end of my gaming era for a bit, and now I'm back and into 16. So different experience. At least you got to play as Ifrit and Phoenix at the beginning, which was a whole different change. But game was good. I did enjoy it. Story was overall story was good, but the pacing of the story is what got to me. So that was my only complaint. So pretty much it will hype you up in the certain story, and then it will just drop off. Uh, yeah, it will just drop off, and you'll end up doing other things like helping your neighboring towns or your ally towns, and yeah, and then it picks up on the story again, which I feel like it felt disconnected at times, where we were hunting for crystals, going there, and then it just drops off the pace a bit. In the end, I did enjoy the game, so it wasn't too bad of an experience. But if you're looking for that old school Final Fantasy, it's it's somewhat there, but it yeah, something's just missing out of it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, probably people if you played in the past, if you just jumped in, it's a good game to just pick up fresh because you haven't played the old school Final Fantasy and you're used to open world map rather than just a travel map. Uh, but yeah, overall the experience is good. Would I recommend it? Yeah, it's one of those games you can play, and if you're a big Final Fantasy fan, probably you already played it. But if you're just looking to get into Final Fantasy, I think this is a good starting point, or even with Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, which I will be getting to as well after this playthrough ends. So I am gonna start with Final Fantasy VII Remake and making our way on to Rebirth. And yeah, what can I say? I did enjoy the gameplay, you know, not used to playing with one character in a Final Fantasy game. You could control your dog, but pretty much it's pretty much just a assist, assist really. And all the other characters are just background support. Uh, your main your main character is pretty much Clive, and he's pretty much the only person you can control. Can't control any others, which that's the thing, the diversity of character gameplay. Like, you don't have your blue mages, your healers, your damage dealers, and all that. That's probably what was missing. Pretty much it's all combined under Clive, even though I haven't got the full experience of all uh, his abilities yet. So the two I've enjoyed most were, I quite enjoyed Odin. Sadly, you get him like close to end game, and pretty much you don't get much time with Odin. I did quite enjoy Odin. I did enjoy Shiva and pretty much Titan. Phoenix was pretty much my uh, go-to damage dealer since I had it upgraded. But those were the major ones that I switched around with. I didn't get much time with Bahamut, but wish I did. I might go back and play it a bit and see I can get a full experience of most of his abilities. Yes, some of these you'll end up in getting late game, and then you end up getting another one, and then you won't end up trying the other ones. So that's something that I will sort out on my own. But you'll have your favorites. But those were my go-to: the Phoenix, Titan, and Odin. So offense, defense, and pretty much just the fancy hack and slash. Those were my go-tos. Anyways, I'm gonna try to keep this short as much as possible. Well, 10 minutes is a bit too long for a conclusion and review video, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed watching the playthroughs. Hopefully this helps if you're new. So if you're new, I do recommend you playing this. So if you're just getting into, or the new players to Final Fantasy, I wouldn't say it's a must, but if you're looking for a game to play, this is quite enjoyable. There is still heaps of content to do after endgame. Like, you can see all these green quests, all the hunts I haven't done since I focused more on the story gameplay. So this is roughly, it took me roughly maybe close to 30 hours. Not close to 30 hours, maybe, no. Yeah, maybe 30 hours. Would have taken more if I did quests. Probably do side quests, that's probably adding another 20 on top of that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you find this useful. Anyways, I'm signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed. That brings an end to Final Fantasy XVI. Anyways, peace.